Hey, what's up guys, this is Brian from TBRCentral and welcome back to another video. I have Christmas break and that means I have time for new videos. Now, when I was starting on Minecraft, I was like, hey, let's start up Minecraft again, let's work on a couple of things. And I noticed there was an update. And actually this is a pretty big update. And I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show you all of the features that the update has. So, yeah. Anyway, keep in mind that I have a really bad cough. So, yeah, it's really annoying. I've been drinking lots of tea and things to make myself better, but it's still not great. Every time I get a holiday, I get sick or a cough or whatever. So yeah, anyway, let's begin with the first item. This is the daylight sensor, which, well, as you might know, detects daylight. And when the sun is a little bit up, it has a weaker output. And when the sun is like as it is right now, it has a stronger output. This output can be used for a lamp. If you invert the circuit, then you can turn on lights as soon as it turns nighttime, which is pretty cool. So yeah, well, that speaks for itself basically. Next thing is now that whenever you change, whenever you have a power line like this, a repeater, and you power it from the side, you get this like little bedrock thingy. But the cool thing about this is when you turn this off, the signal stays on. So yeah, this can be used for lots of things, including adventure maps. But it also works the other way around. If you don't have this powered and you power this, you get the thing too. And then when you power this, you won't have an output. So yeah, it works the other way around as well. Okay, so the next thing is, well, they added 2 new minecarts, and also they added new rail, which is it's kind of like detector rails, but it's what's it called? It's activator rail. So it basically just ignites TNT, which is also new because we have a minecart with TNT now, and if you place it, it goes over the activator rail and then the card explodes. So you will lose the card in the progress too. But hey, it's pretty cool to use it. We also have this card, which is a hopper card, which a hopper. They've added hoppers too, but I got one over there. But we'll talk about that in a second. Basically, what a hopper is whenever you drop items in it, like I'm doing right now, like that. Whenever you drop it in, it just stays in the minecart. And then whenever so say you're in a mine and you want to transport supplies, you throw them in. There you go. And then you press the button, and there it goes. Now this is basically just a chest, but the benefit of this is that you can just throw the items in, and then it will be stored in the minecart itself. So that's pretty handy if you're mining. But about the hopper, we'll talk about that in a second. Alright, the next thing is they added a new chest, which basically, if you have your regular chest, the difference between this one and the regular chest is that you have this little red circle around the knob of the chest, as you can see, like that. And whenever you open it, it outputs a redstone signal, as you see there, and it turns a little light on. So of course this can be used as like a trap if somebody enters your house and they open the chest. That you like a hole with pistons that they can fall in then, or I don't know, maybe lock a door or something. So yeah, it's pretty handy too. Now this only works if the redstone signal is behind it, I think. I can check, but I think it only works when the signal is behind it. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so it works from the sides as well. So there you go. Don't know if it will work from the front. Oh yeah, it will. Alright, so it works from all sides. Okay, so there you go. Okay, the next thing is this, which is it kind of looks like a repeater, kind of like this one, but it has 3 torches and it looks a little bit different. What this does is it's called the comparator. It compares 2 signals coming in from the sides right here, and then it gives an output on the other side. So basically, when this output line is stronger or equal to this line, it won't output at all. But if it's weaker than this one, it will. So basically, this is 2, this is 1, 2, and then it goes in. And there you go, you have an output. Now this works just like a regular repeater, but if you press left trigger on the comparator, you turn the little torch on. And now, so because I have 2 here, let's make this one 4. There you go, 4 minus 2 equals 2. So this way you get 2 outputs here. If I make this 5, you get 3, because 5 minus 2 equals 3. So that's basically how that works. It can also be used in adventure maps, because, well, you would have like a wall with levers, and you have to pull the right one in order to output a strong single or something like that. You can use it in that way, in that fashion. So yeah. Okay, next item. Actually 2 items. Now these look like pressure plates, and which they actually are. Actually, I know if I step on them, I do not get a lot of. I don't get a large signal. So what this does, it's this weighted pressure plate, and so the silver one is heavy and the gold one is light. So basically, what that means, if you have items and you throw it on them, the more items you throw on them, the stronger the single will get. So if I do this, I have 4 stacks now. As you see there, I have almost 4 lines there as an output, and when I remove that, you saw it drops to 2. So also again, this is useful for adventure maps where you want to have a lot of items in order to open a door or something. The heavy one is less sensitive, so as you see, I put the same amount on this one and it only outputs 1. So yeah. Next item on the list is the redstone block, which I'm really excited about, because it's on the PC already. Most of these items are on the PC, so some of you guys might already know this stuff. This block is just a movable torch, but it gives it works the same as a regular redstone torch, but it's movable. So let's see if I do this. You also cannot turn this off, by the way, because you know you can turn off a torch. You cannot turn this thing off. So if I have this little setup right here, and then I'll get a lever, I'll do this. You see, it outputs because it gives off a redstone signal. So yeah, pretty cool. Also, this makes redstone builds a lot easier, and a lot of more things will be made with this, I guess, by the community. So yeah, pretty cool block. Alright, next item is the dropper, I think. Yeah, it is. Now this speaks for itself, basically. If you look at a dispenser, the dispenser has like a round kind of mouth. This one has like a triangle. Also, multiple things have. Yeah, it basically just drops things like dispensers, but the difference between this and dispensers is whenever you have an arrow or a bottle of enchanting in a dispenser, it just ejects it, or it just shoots it. It doesn't eject. So with the dropper, it actually ejects the arrows and bottles. There you go. So there you go, bottle arrow. So it just ejects it instead of just shooting it, which is cool, you know, because yeah, you now have two options in what you want. Now this is the hopper, which I already talked about in the minecart thingy right there. This thing works well. It works the same as the other one. If you just drop stuff in it, like this, it just falls in and it goes into the container right here. Oh, yeah, there you can. There you go. If I do this fast, if I do this, and then you go into it, you see it's actually counting down. In the chest here, it's counting up. So pretty cool, pretty handy. Now in order to, because if you place a hopper, you see that the barrel just sticks out like into the ground there. But excuse me. But in order to get the thing faced at the chest, all you need to do is crouch and then click at chest and then place it. Basically, crouching is just shift clicking on the PC here. So you can do this with like I did right here with the dropper. You can do this with that too. I think this will work with the dropper too. If you do this and then you go in, and there you go, it's in the dropper. So as long as it's a container, so like the a furnace or a chest or a dropper or a dispenser or all those kind of things, it will work basically. So yeah, this is just a stationary hopper from the other one. So that was all of the redstone that they added. They did add a couple of more items. For instance, the nether star right here, which you will get from a new mob, which I will show you in a second. This wood is kind of look like a piece of paper, but the piece of paper does look like white, and that one looks like, I know, brownish yellow. So what it is, if you go into your, well, I'm on creative mode so I can show you. It's an empty map, which looks like this when you have it in your hand. As soon as you press left trigger, it turns into a regular map. Now I don't know why you would do this, why you would have this, but they added anyway. Yeah, so there you go. Also, they added they changed the color of the charcoal, because if you look at the coal itself and the charcoal, they look different, like that. Or the charcoal is also a little bit bigger when you hold it in your hand. So yeah, it's pretty nice, because now before you couldn't tell what was what, and now you can actually separate them by name and also by texture. So yeah. Now what about the building blocks? They added a block of coal. Now I don't know what this does exactly, but what I do know is that you can use it for decoration, for construction, and I also think because it's made out of 9 pieces of coal, I think you can also put it in the furnace to smelt things. So yeah. Next block. Well, this was already in the game, but they changed the birch wood, like this little side here. They changed the wood color to like the outside texture of the tree. Now notice that the middle of the tree is also whitish. This also works with spruce and jungle wood. And then oak wood looks like this, and as you can see, jungle wood looks a little bit more red, and dark wood looks a little bit darker, and the birch wood looks a little bit whiter than the oak wood. So yeah, this is nicer. It doesn't really add something that to the game, but they now don't look the same anymore. Alright. Alright, next item is I didn't even know that this was in the game on the PC. This is a hardened clay, which can be used for construction, like this. And it's made from clay in a furnace. And you can also paint this into various different colors. So this is really cool because now you don't have to use wool all the time, because wool, let me get a red wool. Wool has just like these little squares on the texture, and the hardened clay doesn't. So yeah, if you don't like the wool color that much, you can switch over to hardened clay. Now, as I talked before, the nether star, which you'll get from the mob that I will show you, can be used to make one of these. Not the tower, because you have to just use diamonds, but this block right here, which is a beacon. Now, first of all, I was like, beacon, what the hell? Basically what this thing does is when you make like this little pyramid, you can make a smaller pyramid too. I just chose to build a bigger one. If you get a mineral, say you get a diamond, because, well, it's standing on diamond blocks. So say you have a diamond, you drop it in. Basically what it does, you have these two powers, and you have these powers, which is primary and secondary. Whenever you're in this region of the beacon, you will get these powers, and like without a timer actually. So if I press Y right now, you'll see that it drops to 5 and then it goes back to 8. So say you build in near your house. I have a diamond in here. If you want to change this, all you need to do is press resistance and then press strength, and then you go to the thing there and then switched. So now whenever I press Y, I have strength and I have resistance. So this will be great if you like build in your house or near your house and you want to defend yourself from mobs. You have those powers. You have regeneration, so you cannot. Well, it's pretty hard to die, and resistance, which is like more defense, I think. I'm not sure. So yeah, also a pretty cool thing. Now I'm going to show you guys something that I think a lot of people are excited for, and that is fireworks. Now sadly, these are all the fireworks that they added in the game. I hope that it will add more in the future. But basically you make fireworks, and all you have to do is just press left trigger on the ground, and it will go. And the sound effects are pretty cool. It's like different than TNT. You can set off as many as you want. Yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, great, because it's, you know, it's the holiday, so it's like a great time of the year to add this. What's this? Right, so we got a nice red color. I think this is what yeah. So that looked a little bit weird, doesn't it? So if I actually follow it, you will see that it's a creeper face. I think you can also change the color of the thing. There you go, creeper face. And this is a blue circle. Oh, with extra sparkles. Nice. I like this one. I do. Okay, so yeah, that were the fireworks. And yeah, like I said, I hope they will add more in the future. Now, of course, they added new mobs, which I got some back here. They added horses and mules and donkeys, which are pretty awesome. I'm also excited about this one. Now, if you want to know how to tame a horse or a donkey or a mule, it pretty much works the same thing. So I'm just gonna get what you also can get in the chest, which is a lead, which you can use to carry them. And as I said, I'm gonna pick the gold one. I think it just looks better than. Oh no, wait, I'll pick the diamond one. What? No. Okay. So all you have to do is, if you find a horse, there you go. all you have to do is just go on it by pressing left trigger. And it will probably kick you off multiple times. Oh, and it tries to run away. But you have to do this like the entire time. And eventually... Oh, there you go, kicks me off. Eventually, it will... you will have to tame it. No, still not. Alright, come on. It just varies about how many times you have to do. There you go. So you saw that those little hearts. Now I've tamed it. In order to get off the horse, I was pressing left trigger, like the same thing as you would on a boat, but that doesn't work. You have to crouch, and then you get off the horse. Really confusing, but a nice little detail they added. If you want to give the horse a saddle, all you have to do is go to the saddle. If you find one, of course. Now, on the Xbox, you have just the same saddle as on a pig. And so when you press left trigger on the horse, with the saddle, you get a menu. And you can add a saddle. And there you go, that's a saddle. This also works for armor. If you press left trigger on the horse with armor, you get the menu. And then you do that. And there you go. And now you can press left trigger on it and just go anywhere you want. So now I'm just controlling it. Also notice that there's a little bar like right there. If you press or hold A, it will jump, and that's basically the power of the jump. So yeah. So that was the horse. Now I'm gonna quickly spawn a let's spawn a donkey, why not? The donkey and the mule are basically the same thing. They just look a little bit different. I think the mule's a little bit bigger. But if you... I don't want a baby donkey. There you go. If you find a donkey, it works the same thing. So you just sit on it. And you sit on it. And you're gonna try until you've tamed it. Until you've tamed it. It makes a little sound too. I don't know if you can hear that. Alright, come on. Alright, he does this quickly. Yeah, yeah, there you go. It takes a lot of time sometimes. Okay, so now it has hearts. You can give him a saddle too. There you go. And say I wanted him to follow me. All you have to do is get yourself a lead, press left trigger on the donkey, and now you can just carry him around. And you can release it by pressing left trigger again. So there you go. The cool thing about the donkey is whenever you have a chest and you press left trigger on the donkey, it now becomes a donkey with chests. So if you sit on him and you walk with him everywhere, if you press Y, you'll see that now he has a little more inventory space right here. So you can carry much more things, which can be useful for mining. If you go to a mine, you gonna tie your donkey. Yeah, you can carry more things. Alright, so that was it for things they added. Well, block wise and item wise. But there are some other things that they added. For instance, as you might have noticed, the sun is still at the exact same spot as when the video started. This is because if you turn on host privileges and you press back, you go to host options, you now have a lot of more options. You have daylight cycle, which is what I was just talking about. If you turn this on, you see that the sun is moving. And when you turn it off, it locks the sun in place. This can be useful if you want to build on creative and don't bother about going to sleep every night. It will be daytime all the time, which is pretty cool. Now the keep inventory option is one of the best things they added, in my opinion. This is when you have a team deathmatch. You give everybody the same set of armor and weapons. As soon as they die, they'll keep their inventory no matter what. So if you turn it off, then they can keep it. But if you turn it on, they will keep their inventory. Mob spawning is basically turns off mobs, even though you're on hard. So you can play on hard without mobs. Mob griefing is when, say, whenever a creeper explodes, it destroys blocks, or whenever sheep eat grass off the grass blocks. Whenever it's turned on, I think, or when it's turned off, they cannot change any blocks at all. So basically, if a creeper explodes, it will not destroy anything. So once again, pretty cool if you have a custom map. Mob loot is when you kill a mob, then it won't drop anything. Can also be useful for team deathmatch, I guess. Tile drops is if you destroy a block, it won't drop an item. So it's like the same thing as the mob loot, except with blocks. Natural regeneration is whenever you take damage. When it's turned off, whenever you take damage, you won't regenerate health. So yeah, also a great feature. Alright guys, so that was about it for all of the features in Title Update 19. So hope you're excited. Keep playing. Of course I'm gonna make some more Let's Plays with this. I'm planning to do a Let's Play with this. And also one lifer, of course, and the Let's Play that I'm starting with Idris, or that I actually began with Idris. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please subscribe because it really helped me out, and I need. I set a goal for myself for the new year, 40,000. So keep it up. I'm Brian from TBRCentral, and I'll see you guys later.